Na Gaza, Dokternan está intentando, pero com dificuldade, para manter babynan prematuro na vida. De uma zona de guerra que ainda tem escassez de leite de baby, como também remédio e combustível.
4 babies crammed into one ICU cot. The stark reality of trying to keep preterm babies alive in a war zone where formula, medicine and fuel have virtually run out.
But we have no incubators to keep this baby inside the incubator. So we put the baby for more than 1 week in the upper resuscitator. Also, this keep baby in risk of complication because of the temperature control and the risk of getting infection.
12 incubators in this ICU with 22 cases of extreme preterm babies. Dr. Bulbul says they have lost babies when the generators break down. Baby Asil was born 3 months early, weighing half a kilo. She needed 2 months in an incubator. We all want our children to be safe, her mother says. If the power is cut off, these children will be in a dire situation. We need electricity to power the incubators. Hospitals across Gaza and the United Nations warn fuel shortages are at a critical point. NASA Medical Complex warns it is 24 hours away from disaster. If the power goes out, it says, dozens of patients face certain death. This kidney dialysis centre has been closed at Al-Shifa Hospital. It can only reopen once more fuel is delivered. We have asked COGAT, the Israeli agency in charge of coordinating aid deliveries into Gaza, about the acute shortage of fuel for hospitals.
Com 17 anos, Lorena Rodrigues estava sofrendo de ansiedade e depressão. Ela vira a Prome pacient na Colômbia, que passa por uma operação para estimular seu cerebro com uma machine de coriente. Dokternan indica que a operação estava êxito e Lorena estava caminhando para melhorar sua qualidade de vida.
Lorena Rodríguez tenía diagnóstico de trastorno de ansiedad mixto, es decir, que además de ansiedad también presentaba síntomas de depresión. Así estuvo durante 17 años de su vida.
Empecé a sentirme preocupada todo el día, muchas veces empecé a sentir palpitaciones en mi corazón muy fuertes, combinado con momentos de total apatía a la vida, donde sentía que yo no podía con todo, incluso con tareas cotidianas como bañarse, arreglarse. Entonces ahí fue cuando yo ya busqué ayuda y dije, esto no es normal.
Lorena lo había probado casi todo, incluyendo medicamentos diarios.
Pasé por tratamientos o vi un enfoque totalmente holístico, integral. También probé diferentes tipos de fármacos.
Su historia llegó al grupo de neurólogos del Hospital Internacional de Colombia, que buscaba avanzar en la estimulación cerebral profunda, con 4 chips y no con 2, como ya se realizaba.
Consiste en colocar unos electrodos, unos chips dentro del cerebro, y estos a través de unas conexiones están conectados a una batería, y esa batería envía impulsos eléctricos, corriente. Todo, por supuesto, queda dentro del paciente. El paciente puede ir a una piscina, al mar.
Médicos y pacientes se alistaron para adelantar la cirugía, que terminó con éxito.
Caso específico de ella, necesitamos no solamente tratar la tristeza, su depresión, sino tratar su ansiedad y tratar las obsesiones que tiene.
Según Lorena, su vida cambió y hoy cuenta una historia distinta sobre una enfermedad que a primera vista no se ve, pero es una batalla silenciosa.
Después de la cirugía empecé a sentir muy buenos cambios.
De acuerdo con la Organización Mundial de la Salud, hay 280 millones de personas adultas que sufren de depresión, el 5% de la población del planeta.
Este é invento que a revolucionar o mundo. Awendia nos surta desfrutar de corriente turcaminda, pero Prome que 1882 e não estava tacina. Desde setembro 30, 1882, o primeiro casco usa corriente no mundo ainda tem na Appleton, Wisconsin. Awendia é um museu. Nosso colega de CNN, James Jamal, faz tour de casa.
It's almost shocking to think that the Hartstone Historical House Museum in Appleton was the very first private home in the world to light up, not with candles, but with electricity from the Edison system on September 30th, 1882.
In a very real sense, it leads to the electrification of America. I mean, it is a collective effort. You can't just do it by yourself.
Henry J. Rogers and his wife Cremora teaming up with paper mills along the Fox River to conduct a renewable energy called hydroelectricity, bringing this design to a population of just over 8,000 people. During the start of the industrial age, a time when air and water pollution was significantly high, according to Lynn Phillips, the curator.
We have this big invention of Thomas Edison, but it's this little town in Appleton where it really became viable and where it really all started. And so it doesn't always happen in the big cities. It doesn't always happen with the big names.
Turning this into a collaborative effort by the people who use this energy every day. This place was also one of the earliest homes to have plumbing throughout the house. But when you factor in electricity, it became a game changer for the hired maids.
And imagine how that changes the servants' lives. Now Cremora can, well, draw her own bath because the hot water's coming right from the tanks upstairs.
Leaving more time for the maids to focus on other tasks. George Schroeder, the executive director, showing us how that was for better or for worse.
If you were upstairs in a bedroom, you could press the button there, and a card would flip over down here, and it says bedroom, and a bell would ring, and one of the maids would have to go see what you want now.
With so many different ideas coming together in this very room, like the fight for women's rights and breaking language, ethnic, and religious barriers, you can learn all of that right now and during their 1882 Idea event happening next year, showcasing all of the milestones that were created in our own backyard as we celebrate America's 250th birthday.
Esta undi e pelicula ng mas anticipa e zoomer aqui. Awe, de estreno de Superman. El director James Gunn da trece clásico de mundo moderno. Nos colega de CNN Elizabeth Wackmeister a papi co director e tin detayenan de pelicula novo aqui.
David Corenswet finds it's not easy being a modern man of steel in Superman.
I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe, I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman.
I think strong characters are all the more exciting and impressive when you see how much of a struggle it is and how much it costs them to be strong.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
Writer-director James Gunn wondered how the world today would greet the classic hero.
How would the government react if there was a Superman? How comfortable would they be with that, you know?
You seemingly acting as a representative of the United States.
I wasn't representing anybody except for me and doing good.
I think that the government would be really happy with Superman as long as he was towing the line and doing exactly what that specific government thought he should do.
Rachel Brosnahan, the new Lois Lane, says some things never change about Superman.
He inspires community and courage and loyalty, and the fact that when we all work together we can accomplish a lot. And so I feel like we need that perhaps now more than ever.
Your choices, your actions, that's what makes you who you are.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Aldric Werleman, Telenoticia.